Hello everyone, my name is Sideshow Jake, and I'm here to talk about how I usually will level one of my alts in Black Desert Online. Today we're going to be leveling from 1 to 56 solo, using no scrolls, including Old Moon's book or any of that stuff, or using bells. The only thing is we can't stop other people from using bells, and right now there's weekend hot time, so... well, it's an event that basically makes weekend hot time. So, we're just going to be relying on other people use bells, and we're not using the book for the extra 100%. Side level warriors, since I have not done that before. Alright, now that we've made our character, I should say that we will not be using any high-end gear in this. The best gear we use is the quest gear we get at the beginning of the Valencia quest line, I believe. And a full set of Azulas, which is very easy to get, and Duo Black Abyssal weapon, which is basically a Duo Laverto weapon, and Magical Dim sub weapon. So let's start this out. You could easily do this with better gear or more scrolls and cut out some of the steps. If you want to look at what it looks like with like good gear and full scrolls, then just watch the speedrun. I have a speedrun I did recently that blasts through his archer under 50 minutes, to 56. Loading, and we start. First, we're going to run straight over to Grey Wolves. We can't use our maid or anything until level 7. So, that's why we wait until then. It's going to level pretty quick. We were fortunate enough that someone rang a bell right at the beginning. And there's a level. There's another one. Level 4. Level 5. Now, once you get close to level 6, make sure you make your way towards the tree spirits. I wouldn't be right next to them. It's a little fast to fight Grey Wolves, and then you can still fight your way through 7 to the tree spirits, but it's a little bit faster at tree spirits from 7, like from 6 to 7, so... that's why I say fight your way. But you still get experience from the Grey Wolves at a decent rate here, so that's up to you. At 7, we will be leaving this area, so you're really just doing the last level. Also, different classes will have different... I know Archer has multi-hit on his earlier attacks, and it makes it where he'll kill much faster and have less issues with accuracy. You'll fight higher level people earlier, so kind of think about that. And now that we've reached level 7, we will be heading down towards the altar imps down here and accessing our 2 maids that you should have got from event. One thing to look out for is this bridge right here. On the far end, whenever you open it, you access the Velia, or the Heidel. On the east side, you will access your Velia storage. So, use that at your own discretion and put things in the right place. Make sure you can get out a Black Abyssal weapon box and a magical sub weapon, or whatever sub weapon you're using. You could buy a cheap one pretty easily and it wouldn't change anything. Then we make our way over to altar imps. One thing to remember is you are under leveled, and with that no gear, a death can happen. So be careful, make sure you try to kite them or not group them up too much. And you will just straight blast through levels here once you start killing them. Alright, and we are actually going to stay here until level 17. Now, once you hit 17, we are going to work our way south towards the Swamp Nagas. I would recommend still fighting everything along the ways. There is a large group of triangle head lizards on the way that I would recommend killing everyone because they still give a good amount of experience. You're running there anyways. Just avoid the crabs. They take a little too long to kill. You can even gain a couple levels on the way, and I hit 19 right as I got to the Swamp Nagas down here. You stay here until level 23. Then at 23, we are going to go over to Glish. Make a run to the warehouse and the stables. This is where we should have armor waiting for us because the enemies will get a little harder without them after this point, and a horse. Really, any horse will work. I grabbed my good horse, but it's not that great. It's just a tier 8, but you don't need it. I just used it and still just auto path to most places. Now from the Storage Keeper, we get Roaring Magical Armor, the Honorary Combatant's Gloves, Valiant Cotton's Boots, Rugged Valley Helmet, and a full set of Azulas. The tries were dropped from grinding quests. And then you can get a Serenity Soldier costume. It will give you a little bit more movement speed. I did not because it kind of... I don't know. I feel like most of the time I don't have that on my alts because I just use it once I get it. Run through. And that will be our gear score at the end. 137 AP and 216 DP. And then buy some potions. You could get money. I got my money out of my Black Spear safe. Put in the warehouse. Guild inventory. There's a lot of ways to get money. And buy a bunch of potions. There's only one other time that I would recommend you stop and really shop, so.
Always have potions with you.
Alright, and now we will make our way towards back north at the Baragi Den. We head back here because we're going to be going through the Delphi Castle outpost in order to get to the Calpheon side of everything. And that's just the closest area. Also, this is when you should be going through your skills, maybe figuring out some good skills that deal a lot of damage during and have good movement or multi-hit. I also recommend going into the Discord for the class. Learning what common rotations generally are. Alright, now that we're at Baragi Den, we're going to work our way up. We are only staying here until level 26. This is basically done with one huge rotation around the whole place. Come into the main area and then circle around. And you'll be pretty much 26 by then. I ended up right by my horse. And then we will be heading west towards the Kuruto, which we'll only stay for 2 levels, but it gives us a little bit of a level increase so that we aren't at a disadvantage at our next place. Personally, I don't like the Kuruto. I feel like there's too many fences, but nonetheless, when we get there, 2 quick levels and then make your way back towards your horse. Go and fight on your way out. And then we're working over towards the refugee camp, which I feel like is one of the better places for spawns at this level. Also a good time for a bathroom break if you haven't taken one. Have a graceful entrance to the refugee camp. And continue leveling. We'll stay here until 32. Which shouldn't be too long. There's a fairly good rotation. Then back to your horse. And up north towards the Masked Owls. Once you get there, just begin a full rotation, killing everything you see. We're gonna stay here until 37. Which shouldn't take too long. 1 or 2 big rotations should be great. And we're gonna make our way south towards Marnie's lab. We don't actually go all the way into Marnie's lab. So this is the first time that we pick a specific enemy to fight. We actually drop off right down here and only fight the Chimera. The rotation is a little weird and you will be taking all of them. So there's someone else here. It is a little hard to use this as a good leveling place, but it's just all of these Chimera group up better. It's just fast I can find. We only stay here though from 37 to 40. It's about 2 large rotations. And then back to our horse. Now we're gonna head down to probably the best grind spot so far, and they just get better from here, is Giants. Everyone's got a different place they like to grind here. If you've spent much time, I personally will head over to the east side where there's a large group. Stay here until 45. Like usual, fight your way out. And now go over to Catfishman. This would be one of the main reasons we get our horse for these. If you didn't have a horse, then I probably wouldn't go over to Catfishman. I would almost stay at Giants for a little while longer, but the Catfishmen are a much, much better spawn. Try to leave your horse somewhere it won't be murdered. We are staying here only until 49. Now 49, obviously fight your way out. There's still decent experience. It's just now you are strong enough to head over into the Medea area and do grinding there, and the experience is a little better. Remember, head back towards your horse and do the Black Spirit quest. It's always a disappointment once you get to Medea, start grinding, and then have to find a place to open up the Black Spirit in your like rotation and do the quest before you hit 50. So go and do it now, get it over with. Open your inventory, use the clear memory piece, and make your way back to your horse. This is also the biggest run in the game. We're gonna head all the way east towards mains. This is a good spot. You don't have a level reduction anymore, so go up and just start. Find you a good rotation. I'm sure you have one you like. Everyone's done some grinding at mains. We're gonna stay here until level 52. And then at 52, return to your horse. It won't take too long. And we're heading up to Helms. Helms is going to be the last place we grind at. You will reach the AP cap at Helms. So even with our minimal gear, you're still dealing about as much damage as you would be with like your in-game character. That isn't totally true based on what skills you have leveled, your awakenings, like multi-hit on so much stuff, and like Kutun's extra hit damage. So, you know, but for another level 52 character, this is as good as it gets. And here is where we just work out this last bit of a grind, and this is what it is. We lost our bell. I mean, this is a long grind. Thankfully, someone blessed us with a bell near the end of level 54, and we rode that out all the way to 56. And we achieved level 56 at 4 hours, 41 minutes, and 38 seconds. Alright, so I hope you all enjoyed my little walkthrough. This isn't a world record or anything. It's just how I would do it without scrolls. I definitely could have done it faster if I knew the class better. I'm sure any of you could beat this, so I hope you manage to level some more also this. After this, I think I'll do a little video on how I level from 56 to 60. It's mostly questing. You catch up on inventory spaces and all that good fun stuff. Catch up on your Black Spirit quest a little bit and do a little grinding for skill points. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time.